What's good, y'all? So welcome back to the channel, man. For everybody that's new, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. It's fresh, y'all, and this is Gorilla Trader. So on this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how I started off trading a $64 account with zero prop firms and zero no courses, right? I never paid nobody for no course, and I never, still to this day, have never done a prop firm. Today's date is January 28th, 2026. I started watching YouTube videos on November 29th, around the 29th. And I do have I do have like screenshots of all of that stuff. So when I started, and I didn't start trading, you guys, until the last week or two. So I didn't trade for the first 4, 5, almost 6 weeks. I didn't trade. What I did was I watched every video I can. So for new people out there, what should you do as a new trader, person trying to learn how to trade? This is what I did. I watched every video I could on supply and demand zones. I'm going to give you this girl's channel right here, her trading journal. Go watch all of her videos on supply and demand. You can look at the red bar, see I watched her videos. I watched multiple videos from her on supply and demand zones. And then the only other person I would recommend as far as supply and demand zones is the moving average. But watch that girl's videos because she break it down so simplistic, man. A person can learn how to trade. Okay. So I would tell you to start there. Go watch videos from her and the moving average on supply and demand zones. I don't know why I can't find none of dude's videos. I gotta keep watching this trade. Um, Watch all of her videos on supply and demand zones. Let me click on her channel so y'all can write this down. Make sure y'all taking notes. Her trading channel. This is who I watched her videos. And like I said, if she does have a course, I am going to pay this young woman for her course. So if y'all watch her videos and you become a profitable trader and you do well, like let's just say I get to 2,500 or 5,000 and her course is 500 or whatever, uh, I would pay her for her course because she has proven results. She has helped somebody that did not pay for a course. She helped somebody that was new to trading. Um, and the only thing that I had, you guys, I want to tell you something that was in my favor is my dog Tim. He would answer a lot of questions for me. You know what I'm saying? And he's on my channel on a couple of my videos. And this was 2019, 2020. Back then I didn't trade. Every trade I took, $50, $100, I lost all the money. I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't grasp it. I was all in on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I was buying and holding cryptos. So I just want to give y'all a little bit of my backstory. And for new people out there, I want you to learn how to buy and sell tops. So what am I selling right now? I'm selling silver, right? Or either buying or selling. And when you watch her videos, this is a supply zone. This is a top right here. Right now, I'm gonna move myself out the way. Silver has hit a high of around $117 and something. I can zoom in and get it more of a clear picture so y'all know exactly where the highs was. And my strategy, y'all, this is not everybody's strategy, and nothing about what I'm saying is financial advice, but I'm gonna show y'all what's been working for me. I've been selling the tops and buying the bottoms, and that's what's been helping me get my bag up. That's how I took $64 to over, it was all the way up to $300. I took a L today on $60, but overall on my trade today, I had $100 trade, and then I took another $69, $70 trade, and that was almost up to 300. And then from there, I took a L because I was trading at work, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about y'all rules as well. I don't want this video to be too long. This was the high on silver. The wicked off at 117.7000. And this is a supply zone. You'll learn about that when you watch her videos. This is a supply zone. So supply zones are usually at the higher points, and there can be other supply zones, not only at the top and the bottom. This can be a supply zone. You can mark off supply zones all the way down, and then you can mark off demand zones going all the way up. Okay. So if you're selling, this can be a supply zone. This can be a supply zone, and there could be other ones. These are just ones that I marked off. Your demand zones are going to be at the bottom of the chart. So it could be way down here. It could be here. And As you continue, you can mark off demand zones. Like here, you can mark off demand zones here, and you'll have them marked off like this. I'm not going to do any of that for y'all today. Okay. So as you mark off your supply and demand zones, my strategy has been wait for price to come all the way down here into the demand zone, wait for it to find a a turnaround point where it's going to turn around. I'll buy in and I'll ride that up as high as I can. And if I got to go to work, that's when I run into problems. That's when I run into troubles because I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? And I work afternoons right now. I'm working afternoons. Um, I don't know what that is. I'm working afternoons, you guys, anywhere from 2 p.m. until midnight. I just got out of work. Okay. So right now we're running into some problems with silver. Like it's wanting to do like some type of reversal joint. I don't know what's going on. I thought we were all the way at the top. We could be trying to make new higher all-time highs. And for new people out there, make sure you guys are looking at the higher time frames whenever you're taking these trades. Higher time frames is anywhere from 1 minute or 1 hour, excuse me, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. These are your higher time frames. Lower time frames are anywhere from 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minute, 1 minute. Some people traded 2 minute as well. So make sure when you're in your trades, you are looking at the higher time frames. And you can see on some of the higher time frames, we're still showing some type of bullish sentiment. But when you drop down in 15, you see that we're going bearish. And I know that we're going to flip um, just because we got wicks. We could keep getting these wicks off the top. And also we was running out of volume. Like we were definitely running out of steam. So right now it's a fight for buyers and sellers. What else do I want to tell new people? I don't want this video to be too long. Um, Understand supply and demand zones from her videos. What did I say? The moving average. This guy's videos, he has some great videos, supply and demand zones. And only watch the videos on supply and demand zones. One of the most important things for you to watch is supply and demand zones. Everything else, y'all, that these people gonna be talking about, different strategy and all of that, throw it all out the window. Moving average. Nope. Supply. Come on. Where's my thing? Supply and demand. The reason why I chose these two people is because they keep it super, super simple. See, I watched that one. That was 5 minutes. It's 106,000 views. This one's got 608,000 views. Watch that one. That's 9 minutes. Just watch those videos. And after you watch supply and demand zone videos from those, oh, I keep doing that. It's weird. After you watch those videos on supply and demand zones, um, there's going to be different things that you need to understand. One thing that I would tell y'all is to get your own trading rules. These are my trading rules. So one of the things you're gonna want to know about your trading rules is what is your setup, right? You're going to know what your setup is, and you're going to need to learn how to set up a chart. You know, you're going to need to understand what is your setup, not mine's, right? Another one of my rules, right? Don't trade before 10 a.m. The market opens around 9:30, and in between 9 and 10 o'clock is nothing but manipulation. I don't care what people tell you. Once you understand what the master traders do, they got this thing called the 10 a.m. club, meaning they do not trade. I'm talking about old heads, people that's 50 and older, that's been trading for 20 years. They said that they learned that a lot of manipulation goes on between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, so they do not trade before 10 a.m. All right. And I will show you the other channel as well. Um, Number three, don't chase the trade. Wait for your setup. Don't just FOMO into the market and chase the trade. Wait for the trade to come to you. These are my rules. If some of them work for you, use them. If not, create your own rules. Um, get your setup in place and then do nothing until the market gives you a clear direction. And that's what I'm looking at right now, is having a clear direction for this trade. You guys can see it's just been hovering, went up to $20 and come back down. It go down to negative 15, it go back up. The market is not making a clear direction right now. And it did give me my setup. but I should have waited for these highs. So I don't know if it could push a little bit higher, come back into this supply zone, and it could come all the way up here, wick off, and then go down. But it's been just fighting buyers and sellers in this area for a clear direction of the market. Okay. Um, let's get back to my rules real quick. How to find your entry slash sniper entries. That's something you're gonna need to know as a new trader. And I'm not gonna go over all of these things. And then I got extra notes, and I'm gonna keep adding to these extra notes until I refine it. Great traders have patience. They are calm. So in the beginning, it's gonna be a lot of emotions and things of that nature. But as you sculpt and mold your craft in the market, you want to become as calm and as patient as possible. You don't want to be one of those super emotional traders, all geeked up and hyped up when you're winning, because you're going to do the opposite when you're not winning. So if you can learn to keep your emotions in check, like that L I took today, I took an L. I had this at $299, almost 300, and it went down to $42. I said, you know what? Oh well, I'm there's going to be another great day to trade. I'll get another setup. The markets are going to open up another day, and I'll find another bag. So I was realizing, okay, we're approaching this supply zone, all-time highs. All-time highs for silver again is around $117. I said, oh, if it had a reversal last time, we might have a reversal again. Okay. I waited for my setup. I did nothing. I was at work itching to jump into a trade, and I sat there and I did nothing. I let this price climb. Once it took this level out, it broke that level. It was like, man, we might have potential reversals, and I got to clean this up a little bit. It broke that level, and it kept pushing up, because you see we had reversals off of this level before. So that's what I was thinking, like maybe we'll have a potential reversal, and it broke through that level, and it came all the way back up to all-time highs. And now we're warring to see what is about to happen, what's going to transpire. And it's going to keep pushing up into this level. And if it breaks that level, then I'll just take the L and say I was wrong. Now, one thing for new people too, I want y'all to realize, not all trades are going to go the way you want it to go, because the market's going to do what it wants to do, right? Maybe I should have been a little bit more patient. I should have waited for it to come all the way up here. And you're going to be running experiments as a new trader, trying to figure out your trading style, figure out what works and what doesn't work. The key is if the market goes against you as a new trader, and it's going in my favor right now, if the market goes against you, close out your trade as soon as possible. Don't hold trades, because you want to be able to have as much money in the account as possible to continue to trade. You guys can see in real time that this is starting to turn around and go in my favor. Okay. Um, on another video, what I will do is I'll do a checklist of things as new traders that you should want to learn. And then those will be the things that I do 1 to 5 minute videos on. Okay. So I'm going to keep covering these things for you guys. The only other thing that I told y'all I wanted to really cover and talk to y'all about, y'all can see in real time, like, am I somebody you should be listening to as a new trader? You can take some things away from me. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing about what I'm saying is financial advice, but I want y'all to realize something. This little 25, 28, $30 right now, I'm about to ride this wave, you guys, all the way back down. So from here, from 116 to 115, that's 100 pips. If I'm not mistaken, I'm still learning that, right? And I'm going to ride that all the way back down. And what I'm going to do for my setup is I'm going to mark where it bounced, and it bounced. Look at that. I marked this up last time. It bounced here. So, it bounced here, bounced here, bounced there. I took a trade from here down. I don't think I caught the whole move down, but I took a trade from here down. It bounced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this demand zone all the way across. I'm going to wait for price to come all the way from here, all the way down. And y'all can see how many pips that is, y'all. That's like 1,000 pips, if I'm not mistaken. If I catch that move from there all the way down, remember it's 100 pips. So from 114 to 104 times 10, 100 each move, that should be 1,000. So it's going to be just around over 1,000 pips. So as a new person, this is what we got going on, y'all. Again, I took no courses. I took no prop firms. The only thing I had that was in my favor is my dog Tim, who would refine me. And if I made some mistakes, if I was doing anything wrong, if I was looking at something wrong, uh, that was the only saving grace that I had. Shout out to my dog Tim, man. And from time to time, you're gonna see him on the channel. We're gonna be marking up charts. In fact, we was on the charts last night. I don't think I recorded the video to upload it. I think we was just like he was going over some things and just refining and sculpting and getting me more and more sharp as far as my eye in the markets. Um, and again, y'all, I'll do another video covering this, man. This trade, I'm gonna be holding this trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said, once you think like a long-term trader, that's when you really begin to win. When you really set your rules, have your rules, think like a long-term trader. And in the next video, I will be covering step by step everything that I can think about that new traders, steps that I went through, that new traders should understand. The only other person you should be watching their videos besides those two people is there's this dude right here. I want to make sure it's him. I really got a lot of respect for this dude. He helped change the game for me too. Um, and it was called the master pattern. The master pattern changed the game. Because with the master pattern and you adding it to supply and demand zones, it helps you understand how to enter the market. And then the supply and demand zones help you understand price action. I watched some of his videos too on the master pattern. But overall, watch the videos. Yeah, that's the same guy. Him, definitely watch his videos. They're one of mine for the master pattern. Um, Definitely watch the videos from the dude Stacy Berkey, man, because he called. I watched this video too. He just dropped another one about the master pattern. And y'all can see how I did it, man. Step by step, this is what I did. You do not need to pay for courses. Don't throw your money away. You don't need to pay for courses, and you don't need to do no damn prop firms. Stacy Berkey. No, I'm gonna mess his last name up. Check that trade. Y'all can see, man, that I had the eye for this, man, for that trade right there. And this is usually the time, man, where I be catching them bags. Anyways, make sure y'all watching videos on the master pattern, man. I'm gonna leave that with y'all. Y'all do what y'all want with that. It's called the master pattern, or it's called the Forex master pattern. Put in Forex right there. I don't want this video to be too long. I know it's already going over time. I should have had a timer, man. But the Forex master pattern, that's the game changer right here, y'all. Game changer. Game changer. Forex master pattern, man. Y'all make sure y'all watching the videos. Find the videos on the Forex master pattern, though. Don't watch all these other filler videos. I'm saying like the Forex master pattern. All right. I'll definitely be covering this again. And y'all be looking for the next video when it comes to step by step everything that new traders need to understand when it comes to trading. All right. I'll be covering those things next. Talk to y'all soon, man. Peace and love.